We're
It
going
certainly will
to
be.
Nation Saturday. But Coach Jordan Jeffers here with us, and he's brought 8 Mavericks with him. We have Jacob Dooley, Carter Nelson, Cole Russell, Brandon Dake, Trent Strickland, Ryan McGee, Hayden Craig, and Dalen Cole, and I know all these boys by name.
That's right. Yeah, you know them well.
You certainly do.
And right now we're going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. So guys, just tell everyone out there who you are and what grade you're in and what position you play. And also, well, yes, let's go ahead and do that right now. Yeah.
I'm Carter Nelson. I'm in 11th grade and I play guard.
My name is Jacob Dooley. I'm a junior and I play big man.
My name's Cole Russell. I'm in 11th grade. I play shooting guard.
I'm Brandon Dake. I'm in 10th grade and I play shooting guard and small forward.
I'm Trent Strickland. I'm a sophomore and I'm a guard. My name's Ryan McGee and I'm in 11th grade and I'm a shooting guard.
My name is Hayden Craig. I'm in 10th grade and I play big man.
Hayden,
name's
peek
Dalen
around the
Cole.
corner there. We can't see you.
Yeah, can't. Hayden hiding back there.
My name's Dalen Cole. I'm in 11th grade and I'm a guard.
Well, Dalen, go ahead and hold that mic. Guys, I want y'all to describe Coach Jeffers in one word.
Oh, God.
Oh, my Lord.
And try not to use the same adjective.
That's a tall order, probably.
Go ahead, Dalen.
I would just say hardworking.
All right. We'll go with that. How about you, Hayden? One word to
Tough.
describe Coach
Tough.
Jeffers. Tough? That's a good one.
Amazing.
My word's demanding.
That's a good one.
I would say different.
I would probably say a winner.
Oh, that's a good one. Get you some playing time.
Short.
Short.
Oh, my goodness.
Special.
Special. Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna talk to Coach Jeffers here and get his comments, and we'll be back to talk to y'all here in a little bit.
Nelly's going to pay for that.
Well, we got the phone lines are lighting up here early, so it's not for us. So the phone lines are open. So give us a call. You see the numbers there at the bottom of the screen. Just give us a call, and if you want to talk to Coach Jeffers or this question or comment, some of his players, I'd love to hear from you. We had the football team on last week, the state champions,
Yeah.
and you got some of the. Well, we got Dalen.
We got 2 of them.
We got Dalen and Trent, yeah, both play footballs on the state champion, so we'll get to talk to them about that as well. But well, we got a call. So we got some earbuds here, Coach, right there.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take this call. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, hello. Brandon Dake is my grandson, and I'm very proud of him.
Brandon Dake is what is he?
His grandson.
Is your grandson?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, I recognize your name, Marvin. And
yes.
what do you think about Brandon?
He is fantastic.
So, too, yeah. We're really happy with him. Really excited.
He is a great young man.
Yeah, really excited about the next 2.5 years with him, too. Yeah.
He's really playing good
Well, thank
basketball
you.
right now. He's been lighting it up.
Yep. Talk to you later, brother.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we're thrilled to death. Obviously with Brandon, we knew Dake a little bit. It wasn't like Anderson County. It's my first year at the job at Anderson County, but I mean, we knew a lot about Anderson County just for, me and Derek Wallace were really good friends, and then, we played them in district. So, we knew all these guys. We didn't, from scouts and stuff, and we knew Dake could shoot it. And he's had a really good year. He's he obviously played more minutes than he played last year, and he shoots it really good, and we love the way he shoots it. We've asked him to do, we want him to add a little bit to his game. He's do a better job getting the free throw line, and I would say, we stay on him a little bit about defense, but he plays really hard, and you shoot it like him, you shoot it like Nelly shot it last night. That can cover up a lot of things you fall short in.
Well, Coach, let's go ahead and let you talk about yourself here. First year head coach at Anderson County, and let's go ahead and tell everyone out there a little bit about yourself.
I played and graduated from Scott High. I went to college, and I went to the University of Cumberland in Kentucky and played. I didn't play. I wasn't a really good basketball player. I was a football track guy. And I played football, ran track at Cumberland, and G8 up there for a year. Came home. I was on, which is crazy ironic. I was on Tony Lambert's football staff. I got hired. Coach Lambert hired me at Scott High. His year, the 1 year he was the head coach at Scott High and the football team, and he hired me to teach PE and coach wide receivers and coach DBs, and and 2 weeks ago we hired him to coach basketball. So which is kind of full circle. And I coached football and coached basketball with Jared Laverdier, who's an AC guy. Graduated from AC and just kind of fell in love with basketball and coaching it. And I coached I coached teams when I was in high school. I coached AAU and Boys and Girls Club, and just kind of always liked it, and kind of made sense to me. I could understand it. I could understand the game, and I really like basketball. You're dealing 15 to 20 guys usually. I mean, we've got 27 guys on our roster right now at AC, but you're dealing with 12 to 15 guys on a varsity roster, and you can be relationship wise, you can it's closer. You can get really close to them, and I like that, and I like coaching it. I like being able to be competitive, and I was never a really good player. But I really liked it. I liked basketball. My dad was a player and loved it. And my name's Jordan Michael, so I was born in 1985. So Michael Jordan, obviously, big fan, and my dad, obviously Tennessee basketball and Ray Mears and Ernie Burney, and all, so we love basketball. And I'm born 5'8", and I ain't real big, like Nelly said. This ain't real big, and wasn't a really good player. So. Those that can't coach or teach. So, and I like it. So, I wanted to get into coaching basketball, and I was a head coach at Sunbright for 2 years in Morgan County. So I got to know great guys like Brad Jones, and then got to come back home to Scott County, and I was the head coach at Scott County for 6 years and had a really good run, and coached had really good teams and coached really good players, and and then this off season had the opportunity to come to Anderson County, and it was something that, I'll be honest with you, it wasn't on my radar. It wasn't something I wanted to do at the time. I mean, I wasn't looking for it, and it just came up. And when it did, I mean, I couldn't say no. And Ben Downs and Gary Terry and them guys did a great job on selling me. And then I got to be around the team a little bit, and it was a done deal. And I love it. I've just being at the school and being here the year football's done what it's done, and I mean it's been special, and in a lot of ways it's been confirming to me that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. And I'm married. I have we have 2 kids. We have Conley and Avery. If you come to a home game, you're going to see my son running around, shooting at halftime.
How old is he?
He's 7. He just turned 7 in December. And then Ari, our little girl, she thinks she's a princess, and she is a princess. And she's also wants to be a cheerleader. So she's got her little Anderson County Maverick cheerleading outfit coming in. She's out, cheering the other night with the cheerleaders. So, and then we're also expecting, we're about to, having a third. So, little girl. So, yeah. So I mean, and I've got a wonderful wife, Ashton. She's I can't do this. I couldn't. There's no way you can do. You can't coach if you ain't got, if you ain't got a supportive wife. And she, she allows me to do this, and she's able to stay home with her kids. So, yeah. I mean, I've been blessed. I was raised in a great family, great parents, and married into a great family, and have a great wife. I've been really blessed, and consider myself extremely blessed to be the head coach of Anderson County Mavericks.
And so, what do you do at Anderson County High School?
Well, I coach basketball, and I teach PE. I teach PE, physical education, and wellness, and I'm in credit recovery with a couple classes a day. I'm in the classroom, in the gym, or in the classroom with kids on the computer trying to make up credit. So, it's been my 12th year teaching in the classroom.
Walter?
Coach, you seem to already know your way around and extremely comfortable at being at Anderson County. That's apparently a tribute to the fact you've got a good background in coaching. One thing I wanted to ask you, and when you started at Anderson County, and the fact that the football team was in the state tournament and you didn't have some of your ball players, how did you adapt until they got back, and how have you adapted since your players from the football team got back?
Well, I mean, it's something I've never experienced. My first couple years at Scott High, they played in the playoffs, and then Sunbright played in the playoffs in football, but never 5 weeks in the playoffs. So it was obviously different. But at the same, I would say, and they would probably tell you the same thing. I mean, we never batted an eye. I mean, we treated it like who we had was who we, what we needed was what we had, and it wasn't like we didn't treat it like we were waiting on anybody to get there. Now, obviously, we added 4 pieces that play a lot of minutes. So I mean, it did change our basketball team. But at the same time, I honestly believe that it helped us with roles, and it gave these guys, the guys that weren't on the football team, like a 3-week trial period, to try, almost like an extended tryout, and to earn spots, and it gave us an opportunity to try stuff that I'll be honest with you, we're not doing now. We've had to completely change what we do offensively and what we do defensively with adding those guys, just figuring it out. We ended up having to play a district game without them, and we played at Clinton. The football team was playing on Saturday in the state championship game, and we were playing at Clinton on a Thursday night. Which was hard, and but at the same time, we weren't. We're not going to make an excuse. We're never going to do that. But we also we knew that a large portion, a big piece of our team was missing. So we treated it like, hey, we knew that if we could have our team and be okay right now, we'd probably have a good idea by the middle of January what our basketball team was. We had a summer, which was helpful. I was at ACE. I got hired into May, so I mean we had a full summer with camps and stuff. So that was extremely helpful. But I mean, it was hard. But at the same time, I think in a lot of ways it was good. And it's turned out to be a blessing for us. We played Scott County. We played Scott County, and most of our guys had practiced 1 day. Some of them had practiced 2 days. It makes you figure it out on the fly.
Exactly.
But it was we're never going to trade the opportunity to play for a state championship in football. And be honest, when taking the job and interviewing for the job, a lot of people were, man, that's it's a football school, and listen, it is. I mean, rightfully so. They just won a state championship, but I want to be at a place that cares about athletics, and that cares about sports and all sports. And your Coach Gillum, man, he's been awesome, and the staff and Coach Chadwell, they've been so good to work with. And we felt, I mean, just being a part of that, and being on the sideline for those games, I mean, unbelievable. And just for the culture of our school, I mean. There's nothing that compares. The first sport that's playing right off the bat is 15-0 and winning a state championship. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, that raises the bar and that sets the standard. So, and that's where we're trying to get to. We're trying to, we're trying to be tough like them and, win like, bring kind of that same attitude that they have. We ain't, we're not trying to shy away from the fact that, we're good at football. I mean, having there's a lot of places that are good at football and good at boys basketball. A lot of times it goes hand in hand. Greenville's been really good at both. Fulton's been really good at both. Oak Ridge has been really good at both. I mean, so can Anderson County.
All right. Also, you've developed some depth, which I guess you talked about some, in the fact that you had to fill in the gaps while they were gone.
Yeah.
And, the spirit from the football team comes over to you and probably gives you some momentum also.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it allowed us early. We had some freshmen and some sophomores that played, the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. That, they're not getting as much time now, but it gave them an opportunity to get time. And we have a couple of really good freshmen, and we have a good young group. Some sophomores that that are going to be really good. But when we've got our whole team, we have 11 guys that can play. And like last Monday night or Tuesday night, we played at home, and we played 11 guys in the first quarter. And that that first 3 weeks, it allowed us to get a lot of people's feet wet. And it's just we're no different than anywhere else. I mean, as the season goes on, a lot of times your bench gets shorter. But it allowed those guys to get a lot of clock, and it did. It allowed us to figure some things out. But adding those football guys, it just it's like a shot of adrenaline right in the middle of the season. And they bring toughness, and they're still getting better. And they bring the level of fight and just compete. That sometimes if you're just playing basketball, if you're just a basketball player only and you're going through the season, I mean, there's a lull, and right in the middle of it, right there at Christmas break, we got a shot in the arm with a bunch of, guys that are coming in that just went 15-0. So we didn't, we never thought it was negative. It was a positive all the way.
And Coach, I know you're a Scott County boy. I take it you grew up there.
Yeah.
And was it tough to leave Scott?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, professionally, I mean, I ain't. I'm not. I'm just a basketball coach and a teacher. But I mean, professionally is the hardest thing I've ever done. For a lot of different reasons. I care about those. I care about that place. I care about those people and those players. I got a first cousin that plays point guard for him, Scott Jeffers, and it is where I was. I mean, I went to school there, I played there, and I was. All my family's there. My dad and Papa all have a store there. They don't now, but they did. A gas station, and it was hard. But it was also kind of, it being so hard was also kind of confirming in what it was probably what I was supposed to do. I mean, just because it was wise. God kind of brought it up. I didn't go seek it out. God kind of put it in front of me and. Kind of put me in a position where I couldn't say no. And my wife also, my wife doesn't work. She's an RN, and she's been a school teacher, but she felt really burdened 2 years ago to go home and be with our kids, and she wanted to have babies and have more kids and have at least have one more, and we that's been hard. Her going home, and financially it was hard. And in a lot of ways, Anderson County was a way to keep her home, and which was big for our family, and for us, and and Anderson County's it's has everything that you need and everything that you want. I mean, I think you can win and win big there, you know, facility wise, you know, you got athletes, you got a gym that can host district and host region. Can't do it right now, but hopefully next year.
When's those bleachers coming in?
March. That's the latest thing we've got was March.
Okay.
And, you know, shocker, one of the first things Scott County said to me when they played at our place, you know, in December, was I thought you came for the bleachers, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, it was hard, and I love that place. I love it. I love those people. You know, but at the same time, you know, I love my wife and my kids, and I love where I'm at. I love these guys, and coaching them, and you know, it was extremely hard, couple days and weeks there, but I've never, you know, I've not looked back, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy with where I'm at.
Well, thank you, Coach. I know Anderson County's happy to have you as well, and
I think so.
yeah, I brought that over, and I know they're pleased to have you at Anderson County. So,
well, I hope so. I mean, I love it, and Ben Downs sold me. I mean, Ben Downs was phenomenal in the process, and Gary Terry and Coach Gillum, and you know, that was. You know, all my worries, you know, I'll be honest with you, went away when with them guys, and I've, you know, they've been extremely supportive, and I believe that they care about kids. Number one, that's the bit. We're not, you know, I coach basketball, but basketball's about people, and it's about relationships, and you know, and GT and Downs, and you know, and Chambers and Freeman and Miss Irwin, they care about people, and. You know, therefore, if they care about people, that means they care about basketball and our players. So, and I think they want basketball to be good, and they've made a concerted effort and investment into our basketball program.
another call coming in. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Oh, yes. I was going to ask Coach there. I thought I heard him say that maybe he might have hired, has got Tony Lambert on the basketball staff.
We do, yeah.
Well, let me guess there. Is he coaching defense?
Yeah, that's what he's coaching a little defense. Yeah, he's coaching defense. He's wanting to put in multiple defense, multiple front. But no, he's coaching defense, and he's putting the boys through it. He rebounding. He wants them to rebound it with two hands. And I said, amen.
I'm surprised he ain't got them out there tackling people.
I asked Coach Lambert. I said, do you have any basketball coaching experience? He said, no. He said, I know how to get in them. I know how to love on them.
That's right. And here's the deal. He checks every box, coaches. It ain't just like I just said. It ain't, we don't need somebody that knows a whole lot about X's and O's in basketball. We need somebody that knows people and loves kids.
He's hard nosed there for sure. One other question I wanted to ask you, Coach, and I'll hang up and listen. There, you did say you coached at Scott County last year.
I did, yeah.
You had a big man that played down there with you last year. I guess he's a big man. He was a solid basketball player there, for sure. There, I'd give anything if he's been on Clinton's team. They'd have probably won the state title last year. But yeah. he was a solid basketball player there, and I'll hang up and listen to him if he's playing college ball or whatever.
Yeah, I would imagine you're talking about Trey Morrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's at Bryan College. He started every game for him this year. He's playing the 4, and he's had a really good year. And he was solid. I would say that's an understatement. He was as good a high school basketball player as there's been in East Tennessee in a long time.
Over 3,000.
Yeah, he scored right at 3,100 points. He was he was fantastic. He averaged a double-double from the day he stepped on campus. He never had a game where he scored less than double digits. He's a winner. Yeah, and he had some opportunities early. He some different places that looked at him, and he ultimately he was going to stay close to home. And he's at Bryan, and man, they love him. They, at the time, Coach Rico, he said he thinks he's the best player he'd signed out of high school. And he's a Mr. Basketball finalist as a junior, And you know, I mean, his won over 80 games as a high school player, averaged 20 wins with his team. I mean, he was Trey was a really good. I mean, he was a really good high school basketball player.
A special player, certainly. So right now we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the night, and we're visiting with the head coach of the Anderson County Mavericks basketball team, Jordan Jeffers, and we're going to be right back and visit with some of his players. So stick around. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Sorry I'm late. It's been a long day turning Rex into checks. Hey, why are the Oz Bears in the kitchen cooking dinner?
Oh, hey Tim.
How's it
Welcome
going?
home.
You've been so busy icing the insurance company. They're here to remind you it's hockey season.
Hey Tim, can you pass me the ketchup?
Sure.
Thanks.
No problem.
Hey Tim, do you want a burger?
I do.
Medium well?
Yes. Well, that's how the Ice Bears roll.
Shot by Timo Bam, he scores!
As soon as I walked in the door and saw just the ambiance of the place, I thought, wow. I said, this is really nice. Everyone is just great with all of the residents.
I call this the Alexander House of Angels.
This is an example of one of our rooms. This is considered a large studio. We do have 4 different size rooms. They all have their own private bathrooms. They all have a small kitchenette.
I always tell residents that they feed us wisdom. I feel like that's a big special part of working in assisted living.
And it's a big family here. Everyone is very nice.
Look out for each other.
They do. She's made a lot of friends. It's been that from day one.
Yeah, it has. I love our building, our people, but I tell you, I wouldn't be anywhere else.
I'm Amanda, one of the RN shift leaders at Rome Medical Center. I love the sense of community that we have here. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced, and that's why I choose Rome Medical Center.
I choose Rome Medical Center because this is where my heart is. My family and friends use Rome Medical Center, and I want everyone that comes through our doors to have an experience that makes them as proud of Rome Medical Center as I am.
Find out why Rome Medical Center is the best choice for your future in healthcare. Learn more at ronemedicalcenter.com.
Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman is East Tennessee's best choice for pre-owned vehicle sales and service. Earl Duff is a name you know and trust, and we have been meeting the automotive needs of Roane and surrounding counties for over 49 years. Shopping with us is easy, and we treat our customers like family. From sales to finance to service, we're your one-stop shop for everything automotive. Don't settle for less with your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Come to Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman or online at duffpreowned.com.
RMG, bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. Rome Metals, we treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
That's awesome.
Well, welcome back to the Locker Room Chat and visiting with the head coach of the Anderson County Mavericks, Jordan Jeffers, and Walter. What'd you think about the national championship the other night?
Well, I thought it was rather amazing. I thought Georgia would win, but I had no idea it would be by such a margin. TCU had a great season, but Georgia just could do no wrong, and TCU seemed like they were a little bit tight coming out, and Georgia certainly took advantage of it.
Certainly did, and I'm sort of surprised in the polls that's came out since then, and the AP and the coaches poll, that TCU is still number 2.
That makes no sense whatsoever. I told my wife that I thought Tennessee would move up at least 2 places, and that TCU would go down quite a bit from getting beat 65-7. I mean, Georgia could have had even more points if they wanted to.
There's a dadgum mauling.
Yeah, it certainly was. And somehow Alabama is still ahead of Tennessee. I don't understand. Some of that's political mumbo jumbo, I think, but it's crazy.
Georgia goes back to back, and that's about all I have to say about that. See him on November the 18th, right?
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Florida's not doing well myself. So,
Coach, big game Friday night. It's Clinton Dragons, big district game.
Yeah, is that a big one around here?
A little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah, we know it's a big one. I mean, yeah, we, you know, but you know, like I told you Tuesday night. I mean, that's why you come to Anderson County. I mean, that's, you know, to play in those type of games and have real rivalries, you know, that matter, in-county rivalries that matter. And not only is it an in-county rivalry, it's it's a district game, and it's a district game that really matters. You know, and we need to, you know, we really need to hold serve at home. You know, they beat us at home. We need to, you know, find a way to hold serve at home, and, you know, we'll have our work cut out for us. They're good, and Lockard does a really good job. They play extremely hard, and the Jeremiah Lee is really tough. I mean, he's tough, and you know, they got really good pieces around him. You know, Teagan bothered us last time. I think Maddox, big boy Maddox, is playing now. He didn't play against us early in the year. You know, we've also got 4 guys that didn't play against them. So, you know, I think both our teams are a lot different than they were in December, and you know, hopefully we we approach it with the right mindset, and we play well, and you know, and we hope, you know, with our gym and the bleacher situation, we hope it's capacity and standing room only.
So you better get there early, if you want to seat.
If you want a seat, you better get there early. And if you want a seat, you better get there early. Yeah.
Coach Terry, he'll find a way to get them in, won't he?
Oh, we'll get them in, yeah.
Yeah. But your team's won 5 in a row and 7 out of 8, and playing your best basketball of the season. I know the Dragons completely different team from last year, but I've been impressed with them. You know, I didn't really think they would be doing as well as they've done here in that short of time, but they're very athletic and really, you know, just a good team. You know,
they are. I mean, they are, and they. I'll be honest with you. I mean, we knew they graduated. That team last year was, you know, I mean, that's a once in every 20-year team. I mean, they were, you know, fantastic. You know, and other than the fact that we had to play them 3 times, I mean, they were an easy team to root for. I mean, they were fun to watch, and you know, them guys, they're good guys that play hard and do it the right way. But I thought they would maybe, you know, take a step back just because you can't graduate that many guys, and you know, that's probably, you're not going to sustain that level. But when I talked to Lockard pretty early after the season, after the state tournament, and you know, he was really excited about this team he's got coming back, and just, you know, this building it back and doing it again, and that, you know, that's coaching. You know, just you know, not necessarily, you know, you appreciate what's gone, but you're always looking forward to what's next. And you know, he was excited, and I kind of thought then, you know, hey, listen, they won't be near as bad as everybody thinks they are, and they're not. I mean, they're young, and they play really hard. You know, they do things just like a lot of young teams do. You know, they turn it over a little bit, but I mean, when they're going, they're extremely good. They play, you know, with a lot of emotion and intensity. I mean, so it'll take, you know, and you know, same as us. I mean, we play a lot of young guys that aren't, that, you know, the other night we started 3 sophomores. You know, so we make a lot of the same mistakes they do, and you know, it'll be, you know, 32 minutes, who can play the cleanest, and, you know, and make sure that every possession ends in a shot, and, you know, get defensive rebounds, try to stay out of foul trouble, you know, and control our emotions in hopefully a extremely hectic environment. But yeah, that Clinton team last year was absolutely fantastic.
All right, certainly a special team, and that Jeremiah Lee, as you mentioned, he reminds me of Jermaine Shepard a little bit.
Yeah.
He's just a sophomore. I know you probably remember Jermaine.
Yeah.
Just a tremendous player as well, and just sort of has a little bit of that in him, I think.
Yeah, and they take, you know, and they always, you know, Lockard's teams, he does such a good job. They play, you know, like he coaches, you know, with a lot of intensity, and they play extremely hard, and they're extremely tough. And, you know, and that stuff, and that's, you know, our program, we're in a similar spot. I mean, we're trying, you know, to be tougher and play harder on a consistent basis, and that's, you know, that's the fight you're always fighting with young teams. But Lee is special. I mean, I told you Tuesday night, he may be, you know, right now he's probably the best player in the league, in our league, as far as, you know, Caleb Schaefer at Halls is, you know, is really good. You know, we've got guys that played really well, and, you know, Gray Todd's been really good at Scott High, but, you know, Jeremiah Lee, they kind of go as Lee goes, and he's, you know, he needs to score it, you know, for them, just, you know, but they are, he's special. He can get to the rim. He, you know, he's really quick. He handles the ball really well. He's really good defensively. I mean, they present a lot of problems outside of Lee too. I mean, they got guys that can shoot it. They're big. You know, they play really well defensively as a unit. So, yeah, we'll have our work cut out for us. But, you know, it's, you know, we're excited about it. Our guy, I believe, you know, obviously that's a game that I hope that Clinton circles every year. I know, you know, they got, you know, Oak Ridge is a big rival for them too, and we need to get Oak Ridge back on the schedule ourselves. But you know, you know, Clinton's definitely a game that we're circling on the schedule every year.
It's been a while since AC has defeated Clinton. Of course, they had that group they had last year, and then back when Winchester and all them play. So it's been a while since Anderson County has defeated Clinton, but should be a great game Friday night. So let's go ahead and turn our attention to these Mavericks over here, and we got Brandon Dake with the mic, and Brandon, just go ahead and talk about the season thus far.
Well, we fought hard. Like, we went through a lot of challenges without having our football players for a while. We went through a lot of trial and error, and a bunch of changes we've had has definitely been good for us in the long run. Definitely given us character, I think.
Carter, your thoughts?
I feel like we've had our ups and downs, but like everybody does. But I feel like we've changed it and we're on the upslope right now. We're getting better, so.
Jacob?
Yeah, we definitely had some challenges throughout the start of the year, but as the season went through, we finally started working as a team, and we finally understood what our coaches wanted from us, so we've been doing pretty well since then.
Like he said, we started off pretty rough, and then we just fought, and we just keep fighting.
Hayden, what's your thoughts on the game Friday night? Pretty excited?
Yeah, hope we win.
Yeah. Jacob?
Yeah, I'm really pumped for the game Friday. When we took the loss to them at the start of the year, I took that a little personally, but I'm ready to get back at them this time.
Yeah, like they were saying, because I used to go to school with a bunch of them during middle school, so getting beat 3 years in a row, I've heard it quite a bit. So it's just, I'm just ready to kind of put an end to it. So.
It's definitely a big game for us. I mean, rivals, it's important to us, and it means a lot. So.
Well, Brandon, when I saw y'all this same question, what pregame rituals you have?
Yeah, I wear the same camo shirt every day, and yeah, I always wear it on game days. I'm telling you.
Do you wash it?
Yeah, I wash it. I 100% wash it. I 100% wash it.
Okay, Carter.
Well, I try and make sure I get 2 naps in during the day, and
2.
Two. And it's probably ain't good for me, but about 2 Dr. Peppers a day too.
How do you take a nap while you're at school, or?
Yep, during skinny block, and then I try and finish my work pretty early in first block, so, which I typically do. So.
Jacob?
Throughout the day, I try to get my mind right for the upcoming game, and I try to prep myself pretty well for the game so I can give the best I can out on the court.
I definitely say music, getting a meal in or 2, be prepped for the game.
Well, Walter?
You guys have won 7 out of the last 8 games. I guess that probably has you guys quite excited and ready to work every day.
Yeah, we have pretty good momentum right now. I hope the rest of the season can turn out how we're going right now, and I hope that we can all keep playing as a team and keep playing together.
Jeffers was saying the other day there's not a team on our schedule the rest of the season that we can't beat. And I think we've all kind of took that in, and practice has kind of made it turn itself too. So
I agree. Practice has gotten a lot more intense, like focus-wise, and we've been putting in work recently, and I think it's starting to pay off.
And who is your biggest rival to this point?
I'd say Clinton. I mean, the Battle of the Bridge. So.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to go with Clinton as well.
Yeah, it'd probably be either Clinton or Central, probably, because we really want to get back with them.
I'm gonna have to go with Clinton too. It's a team we need to beat. It's a team we all want to beat.
Mm-hmm. Hayden, what's some of your hobbies when you're not on the court? What do you like to do?
Just chill, get rested up, hang out with friends.
Jacob?
Well, now I've actually taken the interest in playing guitar when I'm on my free time, so I've been trying to practice that pretty well so far. That's really my only hobby as of right now.
Just trying to make $1 when I can.
When I'm not at school or when I'm not at basketball, I'm normally either with a friend or I'm out shooting by myself. So.
Okay. Brandon, what's some of your strengths and what's some of the things you need to work on?
I'd say everybody knows the strength is shooting, but the main thing I need to work on, I think, is I need to work on defense some, and I need to work on getting to the rim a little bit more.
Carter?
Brandon Dake just said turnovers, so I guess I need to work on my turnovers.
My good strengths are probably inside the paint. I can finish pretty well, and my mid-range is it's all right, but I also really need to work on ball handling and shooting three-pointers and being able to just have good court vision.
I'll say I get down here pretty well. Probably need to work on handles and shooting a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And Hayden, I got a nickname for you. I call you the Flying Dutchman. Y'all know what the Flying Dutchman is, or do y'all know?
I heard of that before. I can't remember.
I thought it was a football player, but I looked it up today, and it's a legendary ghost ship, and it never did make it to port, and it's doomed to sail the 7 seas. So if you're out on a cruise, look for that Flying Dutchman. But I call you that because it's the way you'll get a rebound and you'll just go coast to coast and your hair is flying everywhere. And I just love to watch you play, though. But Hayden, also, who's your? Do you have a favorite player in college or basketball or pro or?
I really don't think I have a favorite. Just feel like.
Just hold that mic up there.
I really don't think I have a favorite. Just like watching the game.
Jacob?
My favorite player as of right now in college probably is Zakai Ziegler because he's a really small guard, and you don't see people that height in D1 basketball, and he brings the juice. As our coach always says to us in practice, we need to bring our own juice. He brings it every single day, and he works harder than anybody on the court.
All time, I'll have to go with Michael Jordan, and right now, Ja Morant or Luka Doncic.
This player's a little bit younger, but I like Trey Parker. I think he's insanely athletic.
Who's he play for?
I'm honestly not sure. He plays for a high school. I see him online all the time. Yeah, he plays on Overtime Elite. I know that, but.
Okay, one of the top recruits, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who's your favorite team, college or pro, or both?
Well, college, it'd either be UT or Oregon. I like Oregon because I like the uniforms. The uniforms. That's where Nike originated, so they always get a lot of cool Nike stuff, so I like that.
What about you, Carter?
I don't really have a favorite college team, but I guess I'll go with the Vols, I reckon.
My favorite college team is the North Carolina Tar Heels. That's been my favorite team since probably early middle school, and I've been rocking with them ever since.
College team, I'm going to have to go with probably UT, and then probably have to go with the Grizzlies because John Morant is one of top players I like.
Walter?
And what position do each one of you guys play?
I play the post.
I range from different spots. I mainly play the center or the power forward, but sometimes if I really need to, I can play the small forward.
Guard.
Small forward and shooting guard.
Okay. And who generally is the point guard? Is that you?
It's generally Nelly or Trent.
Oh, okay.
Dalen's always going to be there too.
Yeah.
So you're the off guard, second guard?
What is it?
Are you the second guard?
Two guard.
Yeah, he's the two guard.
Oh, okay.
Well, now, guys, I'm going to ask y'all if y'all have any individual goals this year coming into the season.
I mainly are just focused on getting the team where we need to be. That's my main goal.
One of mine coming into the season was winning a district game, and we've done that. So probably winning the district championship or the region championship.
Going into the season, my goal was to be able to get this team or help this team get the best that they can be throughout the season, and so far we've been able to accomplish that from this point now. And another goal is probably to be able to produce as much as I can on the court.
A goal I came into the season with was probably trying to get my team going, trying to help us out.
And Hayden, I'm going to ask you this. And if you want to say yourself, you can. But who's the best dunker on the team?
I might actually have to go with myself.
I thought you might. You've been getting up here in the last couple of games. Grabbed the rim last night. I don't know what the refs. I don't know. They didn't know what to do. I don't think. Jacob, who would you say?
My thoughts would have to definitely be going with Dake.
Dake?
Tries every practice, but can't get his hand over the rim. Remember one time we played at Sunbright, he had a fast break, and he about dunked it, but the ball hit the rim and went up into the rafters.
Oh, no.
Hit the front of the rim and popped up into the rafters. It was not close.
I'll have to go with Hayden as well.
I'm going to go with Hayden.
Now,
Dooley.
Y'all didn't mention the Zeke West. I seen him dunking today in practice. About Zeke.
I'll still give it to Hayden there.
Zeke, a close second. Maybe.
Yeah, I'd say it's a close second, yeah.
He said what, bro?
Oh, true. Tate. I forgot about Tate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You
Zeke's
keep
third.
forgetting
Tate's second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting teammates.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tate.
those are our opinions.
That's right. Tate Russell and Zeke West, two of your seniors out here
They're
tonight.
camera shy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So shame on you boys. He told me he's going to be here tonight.
They did. They both said they'd be here.
But Brandon, just tell me what's it like playing for Coach Jeffers?
It's great. He pushes us farther than any really coach has pushed me ever. When I said earlier one word to describe him, I said different. And I picked different because he's different than any coach we've ever had in many attributes.
Mm-hmm. And, Coach, what's it like? Just a little bit about Brandon. I know you mentioned him earlier.
Yeah, Brandon's, he's funny. He's a funny guy. He thinks he's funny. No, Brandon's a good dude. He shoots it really good. He works really hard. He likes, he likes basketball. He loves it. and I think that's it's evident in how hard he works, not just in practice, but outside of practice. Because if you're a good shooter, you don't become a good shooter sitting on the couch, and you become a good shooter because you work at it, and it's obvious he works at it. So he's easy to coach. He wants to be perfect, which he's not going to be, and I think that's some of it. Like just with him is just being able to be okay with not always being exactly perfect. Because basketball is a game of imperfection. I mean, Steph Curry is the greatest three-point shooter we've ever seen. He shoots it at 40%. That means he misses 6 out of 10.
Right.
So I mean that's the game. I mean you're never going to have a game where you don't turn it over, miss a shot, something like that. So
Okay.
Dake has high standards. That's what we love about him.
Carter, what's it like playing for Coach Jeffers?
I like it. It's eventful, but he's made me realize that the little things do matter, and some things people think matter don't matter.
So, Coach, talk a little bit about Carter.
Well, I mean, we knew Carter last year. We scout and reported Scott. I mean, he would, Carter was on our scouting report. So, seeing him on the outside and then having him as a player has been, I was excited about taking the job to coach him. And then his willingness now to be in the season. He played point guard most of the summer. He was point guard all preseason. He was point guard all, first 3 weeks of the season. His willingness to come off the bench and play the 2. He's still playing. He still plays the most minutes of anybody on the team. He averages most minutes per game, but he comes off the bench and does it. To me, it's maybe the most important thing that's happened to our team in the last 10 games is, his willingness to accept that role. And, last night or Tuesday night he had 20, is 4 for 4 from 3. And, I don't know that 4 weeks ago he would have done that. He's had a great attitude, and the way he's handled it is he's handled it pretty mature. That's what we want, guys that want to be team first guys that care more about the team winning than they do about personal accolades. Because reality, personal accolades come from being on good teams. So, and he's kind of bought into that, and we love it.
Jacob, what's your thoughts on playing for Coach Jeffers?
I really like Jeffers. He always pushes not just me but everybody to do the best they can, and he's made me realize even though that you may not think anybody's in your corner, you always have somebody, especially your head coach, in your corner.
And Coach, talk a little bit about Jacob Dooley.
Well, he's a big old tall pretty thing, left-handed. He can get to the rim. He's he can dunk it. He can shoot it. He can dribble. He can guard every position. I think with Dooley, it's a lot of it's confidence in himself and knowing, if he ever figures out how good he can be, he'd be extremely dangerous. And he's had to, he's also had to, learn to play with a couple different roles, and he's moved around. He's probably played 3 different spots since November. He's been extremely flexible, and he's been willing to change and take hard coaching, and I'll say that all these guys. I don't know that I would have said this 4 months ago or this summer. These guys are easy to coach, and that's you can't. I'm not always been able to say that with all my teams, and not even really with this team. But the last month and a half, 2 months, these guys, they've been easy to coach, willing to change, and willing to just take coaching and be humble enough to to be corrected. And Dooley's the same. Dooley's we're always trying to pump him full of confidence, and like he said, bring your own juice. We want Dooley to kind of bring his own swagger sometimes. And he's all them guys are underclassmen too, so we'll have them back next year. But yeah, we love coaching Dooley, and Dooley he is a good basketball player. He could be a really, really good high school basketball player.
And Hayden, tell us what it's like playing for Coach Jeffers.
Well, if I'm going to be honest, last basketball season I was kind of falling away from basketball. I wasn't liking it as much. And then this season, and as he's been here, I've kind of fell back into it and starting to like it again.
Coach, talk about Hayden Craig.
Well, he's the Flying Dutchman. He is a he's a one-man fast break. That's what we tell him. He's I believe in a lot of ways Hayden's our toughness. He's our he's our tone setter, and he plays. I told him the other night on the floor. I told him I love the way you play basketball, and because he plays it 100 miles an hour, for good or bad. And some of that, sometimes it gets him in trouble, especially with fouls. But at the same time, we don't ever want him to play hesitant. So he's went from this summer, didn't know if he's even going to play. He wasn't around a whole lot this summer, had stuff going on, and and everybody keeps telling me about Hayden Craig. Hayden Craig, you got to get Hayden Craig to play basketball. And I said, whatever. If he's going to play, he's playing baseball. He's just real busy. I said, if he don't want to play, I'm not going to beg a kid to play. And then he came to practice. And I said, yep, Hayden Craig's got to play basketball. So, he's been a blessing. He's been a blessing, and I hope, he talks about, kind of falling in love with basketball. I hope he falls in love with it for 3 more years. We need him to.
And Hayden, you play other sports?
Yeah, I play baseball.
Play baseball? Okay. All right. Right now, guys, I'm going to ask you some speed round questions, just real quick. So, you got to be real fast here. So, got a few minutes before we take another break. So, Hayden, start with you. What's your favorite food?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with wings.
Okay, Jake.
Probably steak.
Honey buns.
Mexican food.
Favorite, Brandon, favorite TV show? Or movie? Or just...
Last Chance U.
Outer Banks.
What was that?
Outer Banks.
Probably Coach Carter.
I'm gonna have to go with SpongeBob.
Yeah. Okay, Hayden, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I definitely want to fly.
Fly? Oh, you already do that. Good, Jacob.
Probably super strength.
Quickness.
Super strength.
Okay, what's a place you like to visit, Brandon?
I would love to go to Hawaii one day.
Carter?
Colorado.
Australia.
That's where Zeke went, wasn't it? What'd you say, Jacob? I didn't get that.
I said Australia.
Okay.
They got mountains in Colorado?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with L.A.
L.A.? Okay, Hayden, type of music you listen to?
Oh, that good stuff. It really just depends. I listen to all kinds.
You have a favorite band?
Anderson County Band.
There you go.
That's good.
That's a good one.
There you go, big boy.
That's a good one.
Wow. That was good.
That'll work.
Answer of the night. Yeah. Jacob?
Right now, I'm really into country music. I've been listening to that pretty heavily.
I'll have to go with country music as well.
I listen to anything really but jazz, so...
Just trying to kill jazz out here.
Okay.
Dake just needlessly attacking jazz.
Brandon?
I don't like jazz.
Dake, favorite toy as a child?
I had a Woody from Toy Story I liked.
Okay.
I'd have to go with all my little toy cars and trucks.
They'd probably be between Hot Wheels and Legos.
I'm gonna have to go with toy cars too.
And Hayden, you have a hidden talent?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't think I have one.
You're going to keep it hidden. Okay. Jacob?
No, not really. Don't really know of anything.
Okay. Carter?
It ain't really hidden, but I can do a backflip.
Okay.
I don't have one.
Anything you're scared of, Brandon?
Bees.
Bees?
Bees.
Okay.
100% bees.
Coach Jeffers and snakes.
Definitely spiders.
Goat man.
Go, man. What's that?
What did he say?
It's like a spirit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the ghost. Okay. Guys, nickname? Blind Dutchman?
Curtis.
Curtis? Okay.
Yep.
Everybody just calls me Dooley.
Nelly.
Dake.
Dake for 3. And
Dake later too.
guys, before you go, go ahead and give a shout out.
I give a shout out to my parents for, just giving me everything they can to get me to where I am.
Don't forget your grandfather, Marvin.
Yeah, my grandfather too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you for calling in.
My parents, Coach Jeffer and Lester Wilson.
My parents, my coach now, Jordan Jeffers, and my middle school coach.
I'm gonna have to go with my parents. They've really pushed me this year when it comes to basketball.
And Jacob, who's your middle school coach?
Lance Jones.
Okay.
He really shaped me into the player I am today. I've always, my 6th grade year, that was probably the year that I was trying to get to understand what he wanted from me, and I didn't really play that much my 6th grade year, but my 7th and 8th grade year, I started to grow a really good relationship with him, and I started to get close with him, and he made me fall in love with the game of basketball.
So you down in Oliver Springs?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you all, and appreciate y'all coming on the show, and good luck Friday night and the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Right now, we're going to go ahead and take another break. Be right back and visit with 4 more Mavericks, so stick around. You're watching Locker Room Chat.
If you've been injured in an accident, let OEB Law fight for you. We will fight the insurance companies every step of the way. Call OEB Law today and turn your wreck into a check.
I choose Rome Medical Center because this is where my heart is. My family and friends use Rome Medical Center, and I want everyone that comes through our doors to have an experience that makes them as proud of Rome Medical Center as I am. I'm Nancy Easter, Manager of Materials at Rome Medical Center, and I'm so happy to work for an employer that values me and makes me feel appreciated.
Find out why Roan Medical Center is the best choice for your future in healthcare. Learn more at roanmedicalcenter.com.
As soon as I walked in the door and saw just the ambiance of the place, I thought, wow. I said, this is really nice. Everyone is just great with all of the residents.
I call this the Alexander House of Angels.
This is an example of one of our rooms. This is considered a large studio. We do have 4 different size rooms. They all have their own private bathrooms. They all have a small kitchenette.
I always tell residents that they feed us wisdom. I feel like that's a big special part of working in assisted living.
And it's a big family here. Everyone is very nice.
Look out for each other.
They do. She's made a lot of friends. It's been that from day one.
Yeah, it has. I love our building, our people, but I tell you, I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman is East Tennessee's best choice for pre-owned vehicle sales and service. Earl Duff is a name you know and trust, and we have been meeting the automotive needs of Roane and surrounding counties for over 49 years. Shopping with us is easy, and we treat our customers like family. From sales to finance to service, we're your one-stop shop for everything automotive. Don't settle for less with your next pre-owned vehicle purchase. Come to Earl Duff Pre-Owned Center in Harriman or online at duffpreowned.com.
Roan Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation, Roan Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roan Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roan Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers, a member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roan Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
If you've been injured in an accident and you've been getting a cold shoulder, then let OEB Law put the insurance companies on ice. as many times as it takes. Call OEB Law and leave the icing to the professionals.
Welcome back into the locker room chat. We're visiting with the Andros County Mavericks and head coach Jordan Jeffers, and basketball season's about the midway point, coach, and got a big win last night over Seymour, 94-57, I believe. I thought you was going to get 100, but anyway, we're going to look at some scores from last night. Chandler's got us some scores queued up, and there you can see these are the girls' scores, and Seymour's girls got a really good team. Really put it on Anderson County last night. Oak Ridge as well over West. There you can see all the scores. Oakdale over Oliver Springs. Campbell County over the Central girls. Rockwood girls got another big win. I think they won about 4 in a row, I believe.
Northview Academy over Halls. That's a big win for the Northview girls.
Yeah, that's an impressive win right there.
In a region game, yeah.
20-point win. Harriman girls over Cofield. Carnes really improved this year, defeating Powell, and there's Kingston over Loudon and Midway over Wartburg.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Carnes must be really improved. That's a shocking win right there for Northview. That surprises me that not that they beat them, but they beat them by 20. That's a really good win for Northview girls.
They got a pretty good team. I think they went to the sub-state last year along with Seymour.
Yeah.
We got a call. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, long-time listener, first-time caller, watch you guys for a long time. Appreciate what y'all do. Enjoy watching y'all every Wednesday night. Just wanted to say, go Mavs, beat the Dragons. Taking stats and taking names.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, caller.
Anytime, caller.
Got a Maverick fan calling in there.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, let's turn our attention to these 4 young men up here, and we'll start with Trent Strickland down there on the end. And Trent, just talk about your season thus far. First of all, congratulations on winning the state championship in football, and just talk about that.
Well, football, it was insane. Going 15-0, first time in school history, that's insane. And our season, we started off slow in the beginning, but started off slow for basketball, but got our football guys back, and now we're really playing as a team. And I'm really excited for the postseason and getting to play with my family.
And Dalen, same question. I know you was on the football team and won the state championship. Just talk about winning that gold ball.
Like Trent said, it was just crazy. It still don't seem real that we did that. And just the bond we all had together and we all played, it's just something you'll really never forget.
Mm-hmm. And talk about this season thus far, since you joined the team, the transition from football to basketball.
It was rough the first few weeks, getting your legs back underneath you and everything, but starting to get there now. Still working on a few things, but other than that, it's been good.
And Cole, just talk about the basketball season thus far.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. I'm glad to see how we've grown since the football kids came back, and I'm excited, and hopefully we can keep this winning streak going through this Friday.
Ryan McGee, same question. Talk about the season thus far.
I think it's came a long way. The football guys definitely helped us, and just us working together and doing what Jeffers says has helped us a lot.
Walter?
Besides the Andros County Mavericks, who are the teams to beat within your district, or who you think the favorite is besides your team?
Ryan, you already beat Halls, didn't you?
Yeah. All of them.
Cole?
I would have to go with all of them as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say all of them. It could really go either way at any night.
I would also agree and say all of them. each team has something special they bring to the table, and I would definitely say all of them.
So you say it's a balanced attack all the way across the district?
Yes, sir. Every team has something that they bring to the table, and every team is decent and has a chance at winning the district championship.
Is there a particular player that you think you're going to have a harder matchup against?
Schaefer from Halls, he's a good player. He's really gotten downhill much better than he did last year. He's really gotten to be a good player, and so is Lee from Clinton. He's been dropping 30, and he's really become a better player.
Okay.
I'm going to go with what Trent said. Schaefer and Lee, they can both score it at any time, but I got trust in my teammates that they can guard up and guard them.
I would have to go with Lee as well, but yeah, hopefully we can settle him down a little bit this Friday.
I'd also go with Lee. He's improved a lot this year. I don't know. He's a good player.
And what position do you guys play, and what year in school are you?
I'm in 11th grade, and I play shooting guard.
I'm in the 11th grade as well, and I play shooting guard.
11th grade as well, and guard.
I'm in 10th grade, and I'm point guard.
So every one of you guys are underclassmen, so you'll all be back again next year. That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. We're all young, and I think next year will be just as good, if not better.
And Trent, do you have any pregame rituals?
I love Firehouse. I love going to eat Firehouse before games. During football season, I call it Firehouse Friday, and I'd always get Firehouse before the game.
Dalen?
No pregame. Postgame, though, always going to Waffle House with everybody. Having
Do
fun.
you get what kind of hash browns do you get?
Oh, just normal. Nothing
Scattered.
crazy on them. Just normal hash browns.
Yeah.
I don't really have one, but if I had to say one, I'd probably say music.
I don't have one.
And okay, Ryan, what's some of your hobbies when you're not on the court? What do you like to do?
Just hang out with friends and chill, pretty much.
I'd say I spend a lot of my time out on the lake or in a tree stand deer hunting.
You got any deers this year?
I've really either been playing basketball or I've been fishing. Haven't really been in the tree stand much this year.
Now, Cole's a legit fisherman. Yeah, he's legit. Yeah,
Is he on?
he don't just do it for fun.
You on the
Yeah, he's a
fishing
real deal.
team? On the fishing team?
I fish for Campbell County. We don't. Mr. Van Netten, he left and actually went up to Campbell County, but my fishing partner up there is named Blake Roberts. And so, yeah, we fish some high school tournaments and just some tournaments out by ourselves.
Dalen, some of your hobbies?
Just hanging out with friends and playing Warzone with the boys. Play a lot of Warzone with the boys. That's about it.
I'm either on the lake or in the mountain snowboarding, kind of like Zeke. I'm not with Zeke, though. I would never go with Zeke.
Ever been to Colorado?
Yeah, I've been to Breckenridge, Keystone, places like that.
It's pretty cool. Trent, you have a favorite player?
I like Luka. I like the Dallas Mavs. My dad's from Dallas, so kind of have to like him.
I'm going to have to say Ziegler, too. Just a small, shifty guard that does what he needs to help his team win.
I'd have to say Ziegler. I like how he plays. He hustles, and he's came through a lot of adversity to make it to where he is.
I don't really have a favorite player. I just like watching the game.
Ryan, can you beat your brother one-on-one?
Yeah, I believe so.
His brother, Brandon, played last year,
Yep.
Coach Jeffers, and so you think you can take him this year?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And Ryan, do you have a favorite team?
I'd say the Vols.
Okay.
Have to go with the Vols, baby.
Yeah, volunteer too.
Definitely going UT.
Walter?
We like that all UT across the board.
Walter wears a orange every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
That's exactly right. Okay, you two guys, the first two, how was it, which we may have gone over that a little bit, but how has it been being in football season long and then go straight to basketball? I mean, do you get into the basketball season and go, all of a sudden, I'm on the basketball court, I'm not on the football field? I mean, it's probably sort of surreal or something.
Yeah, it's crazy coming back this late. Your first day of practice, you're so winded, you're exhausted. It's always not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Trent about the second trip down the court. You realize it's not the same at all.
Need some oxygen.
You're winded. Yeah, you're pretty winded. So.
And you guys probably liked it when these guys got back.
Yes, sir. They've definitely added a new level of talent to our team and brought more juice to help us get to where we need to be.
I think they've helped us, they've pushed us, made us the team we are now.
And what's your favorite place to eat?
Probably Texas Roadhouse.
Aubrey's.
Wasabi's.
I like McAllister's.
Okay.
Y'all definitely like to eat, there's no doubt.
Trent, what's some of your strengths and some of the things you need to work on?
I'm pretty fast, and I've always been fast. And something I need to work on. I need to work on my shot. I mean, it never goes in, man.
Trent, before you go, I like watching you play. You're sort of like Hayden. I think you're sort of wide open, and you really helped the team. I think since you joined the squad, and you're a three-sport athlete, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know you also play baseball as well. So, what was your favorite sport? Do you have a favorite sport?
I don't know. I like all three of them. I probably don't have a favorite. I probably couldn't pick one.
I'm hearing rumors you might be one of the starting running backs this year for Anderson County. Is that true?
Probably not running back. Probably receiver, though.
Oh, okay.
Either the B or the Y, somewhere in there.
Okay. And okay, Dalen, what's some of your strengths and things you need to work on?
Strengths, I would just say handling the ball. Some nights I can shoot it, need to work on that, of course, and then just work on letting the game come to me, not doing anything too extra.
I would definitely have to say probably either my shot or defense, and something to work on is probably me handling the ball.
I think my best game is on the defensive side, and I think a thing I can work on is on offense when I drive the ball, that second option, kicking it out or scoring.
And Ryan, I put you in that class as well. You're pretty wide open out there on the court. Last year you was really just wide open. I think you've toned it down there a little bit, but get more under control this year.
Yes, sir.
But do you have any individual goals coming into this season? Did you have anything?
I wanted to win a district game.
Okay.
I'd say probably a district championship.
Not go 0-8 in the district, and hopefully get a district championship.
Probably get a district championship and make it to sub-state.
And okay. And Trent, what's it like playing for Coach Jeffers?
He saw it. I like Coach Jeffers. He'll push you in practice, and he can be rough on you, but it always turns out positive. He's a great guy.
And Coach Jeffers, talk a little bit about Trent Strickland.
Well, you said he's 100 miles an hour. You know, he plays extremely hard. He goes, he'll go till he about passes out. He's tough. He plays hard. he said he makes some shots. He probably doesn't shoot it enough, honestly. Just getting to the rim, but he's unselfish. And he plays really hard on the defensive end. Trent's exactly what you want in a point guard. He's 100% pass first, and he's really good at getting the ball, kicking it ahead. He plays for other people, and that's hard to find, and and you got to have guys like that play for everybody else, that make it easy for them. Brandon Dake and Nelly, they make shots because Trent does a really good job at finding them, and same for Dalen, and that's what it takes a lot of pieces to make a good basketball team, and Trent's a really important part of ours.
Okay, and Dalen, tell us what it's like playing for Coach Jeffers.
He always pushes you to do the best you can, set the standard high, and he's a lot like the football coaches, really. Don't take anything less than what he thinks you can give, no matter what.
Talk a little bit about Dalen Cole.
Yeah, Dalen, he plays free safety in football. He will absolutely strike you. He played. This summer. I didn't know him. I just get to know a lot of these guys this summer, and their first game against Powell at home, he picked sixes one, and man, he scores a touchdown. And I said, he can run that fast. Dalen's sneaky athletic, and he's sneaky quick and fast, and he's a really good. He handles the ball. He said that he handles the ball really well. He plays with good pace. He's easy to run stuff with. He's a point guard that you could run offense with, and he's good on the defensive end. I'll say that about all of our guards. All of our guards play really hard on the defensive end. We do a really good job guarding, especially when we're in our pressure and we're pressing a little bit. And Dalen's really good at that. And, and he's done a really good job coming back and kind of finding his role, and and kind of just he's a team first guy too. I'd say that about all their guys. They're team first guys. They care about winning, and Dalen's he's really important to us. He's handling the ball. He plays 16 to 20 minutes a night and takes care of the basketball, and he scores when he has opportunity, and he facilitates when he don't.
Cole, Russell, what's it like playing for Coach Jeffers?
I love it. Like I said earlier, he's a winner. He came from a great winning season last year, and then is trying to just come in and have another one. Comes and pushes us every day, and he expects now, like he says, once we've shown him how we can play, he expects it every day. So hopefully we can just bring it Friday.
Coach, talk a little bit about Cole Russell. I know he's quite the shooter.
Yeah, he shoots it. Cole shoots it good, but that ain't the best thing about him. He plays really hard defensively. He's been humble enough to change a little bit. He didn't start at the beginning of the year, and he started he started kind of fitting in his role. He started every game since, I think, the Central game probably, and it ain't because he makes every three that he shoots. It's because he defends, and he usually guards the other team's best player. He rebounds it. He's unselfish. He's good to the rim, and in a lot of ways, he's he's a vocal leader in our locker room too. And I've said this a couple times. He cares about winning, and when you care about winning as a team, sometimes there's things individually that go on the back burner. That maybe you could score a little bit more, but you want to be on a winning team, and that's Cole wants to be on he wants to play for a winner, and therefore he's willing to sacrifice and humble and just work hard and be a part of a team.
Ryan McGee, what's it like playing for Coach Jordan Jeffers?
He definitely pushes us, and he's honest. He tells us what our strengths are and what we need to work on, and he's always there if you need someone.
Talk a little bit about Ryan McGee.
He's our bulldog. Ryan is, he plays hard. He plays with a lot of emotion. He wears his heart's on his sleeve, and he, sometimes you could probably watch Ryan play and think, man, he's just being, kind of, he's out of control. He's, but he's not. He's, he just plays with a lot of emotion, and he plays extremely hard. He takes a lot of pride in the way he plays defense. He's a 100-mile-an-hour downhill on offense, and he's done a lot better job the last 3 or 4 weeks, being under control, not charging, being, getting rid of it when he's in bad situations. But he plays hard, and if you play hard, you got a shot. Toughness wins, and it ain't, and that ain't just a cliche, because it does, and it's a choice. And Ryan chooses to be tough.
He certainly is. So, guys, we got a little bit of time left in the show. I'm going to do the speed round here, so just answer these questions real quick for us. Ryan, start with you. Favorite food?
Either steak or wings.
I'll probably have to go with steak.
Steak.
A buffalo chicken wrap.
You have a favorite TV show?
I like SpongeBob, like Curtis over there.
I'm going to go with a movie and say Step Brothers.
I'm going to have to go with Step Brothers as well.
I'll go with the movie Grown Ups.
You could have a superpower, Ryan. What would it be?
To be invincible.
Teleportation.
To teleport.
I want to fly.
Place you'd like to visit?
Probably Switzerland. The Alps, they're awesome.
Probably Hawaii.
Probably L.A.
Montana.
What's that?
Montana.
Montana, type of music you like?
Country and rap.
Country.
I'll listen to whatever. I don't really care.
Probably country and rap.
Favorite toy as a child?
I like a little RC car.
Probably Nerf guns.
Probably those green little tractors you could connect and disconnect. I always had some of those.
The mini hoop.
Mini hoop. You have anything?
That's Conley Jefferson.
You have any phobias?
No.
Snakes, probably.
Heights.
Probably claustrophobia. I hate being in tight spaces.
Nickname?
Probably just Strickland.
I don't really have one.
D?
I don't have one.
I don't have one.
So, guys, go ahead and give a shout out.
I'd like to thank my parents for pushing me and making me the kid I am today.
Definitely say my coaches, my parents, and definitely my grandparents.
Probably my mom and Wendy, since Braden never would. And probably my old middle school coaches.
Definitely my parents and my older brother and sister. They push me every day.
Well, guys, thank you for coming out tonight, and good luck Friday night and the rest of the season. And, Coach Jeffers, thank you for being here as well. Anything
Very cool,
you'd like
guys.
to say?
Hey, we need a big crowd out, Friday night at, Maverick Gymnasium. Our seating is not ideal, but we need a good crowd, standing room only. Cheer us, hopefully, to a home victory.
Okay. For Walter Stair, my name's John Williams, and for Chandler in the back, we thank you for watching the Locker Room Chat, and we'll see you next week.